Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl.
And an MBA. I'll lead this because I'm Canadian. So, our Prime Minister Mark Carney, in a seemingly normal process, went to the United States to meet Donald Trump. To meet him to talk about because he's a new Prime Minister, and they promised to get together to talk about trade and the tariffs. But an interesting rumor or article floated in the Globe and Mail, which is the it's like New York Times of Canada. I shouldn't say that, but it is said that Mark Carney used some sort of black magic before to signal the bond market to sell off U.S. Treasuries in a way to subtly show Donald Trump that he is at risk. And I did a little analysis about the correlation between his meeting and what happened in the bond market, what happened in the stock market. And there's a strong correlation to say that something happened prior to that meeting that had Donald Trump somewhat back down because the meeting was very cordial. You saw the Zelensky meeting, so everybody was scared that that was going to happen with Canada. And the previous prime minister, he called a governor. So we were all ready. And Donald Trump was extremely polite, called him a gentleman. And the background on Mark Carney is he's a world banker. He was the central bank banker for Canada and the UK. He's highly connected with every other leader and also monarchs, but also central bankers in every country. And the rumor now is that he used some sort of influence within his Rolodex to show Donald Trump how exposed he were using treasuries to do it. And I find that intriguing around kind of what we see on the surface. And somebody as pleasant as our prime minister could be like a black magician, not like black, like the black arts. He's using something because he's not, he's a very bright guy, Cambridge and Oxford and Harvard. But it was fascinating watching Donald Trump sort of like take a very different tone all of a sudden. That's my art. Yeah, that's what I thought was interesting.
My first question when I saw that was how much US debt does Canada own? Do they really have the leverage, to pull that dark stunt, let's call it? And if you look at some graphs here on this site, it's, most of the US debt is held by, Japan and China. And actually quite a bit is domestically owned, and it's been rising, it looks like. And when you look at Canada on the graph, it's like, tiny compared to some of the other ones. But that notwithstanding, that's still, however many $100 billion of debt, that's, that could get his attention, So,
Yeah,
I think it's
Mark,
just
Mark Carney's not Canadian. He was born in Canada. He's a citizen of Ireland, a citizen of Great Britain. And he left Canada 20 something years ago, but he's Canadian by nationality, but he is a European banker.
okay.
So
So the insinuation is that he could rally other countries to dump
that's
US
the
debt.
rumor.
Okay.
That's the rumor. I mean, like on my cell phone, I have like Uber Eats, and maybe my mom is on my cell phone. His cell phone, he's got the central banker of Japan. He's got the king.
Oh my.
He's got the prime minister of England on his cell phone. He just picks it up. Hey, and I'm going there. Can we do something? Because this guy's like, it'd be for all our benefit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we could do something. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The
Is it
influence is
legal to do something like this?
I
it's not
mean,
insider training. I mean, it's just having a
yeah.
chat.
And
I
who's
think
going to
it's illegal.
prosecute
Then you
him?
just agreed with someone. Let's do this. Sell all together.
I mean, that's just politics. What's legal? All is fair in love and war and politics, right? So it's I don't these are the people that make the rules, so they're made to break them. But I mean, I could see that's that would have disastrous implication for the United States. I could see why Trump would kiss his butt after that, potentially.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, that's right. It's interesting.
it makes you wonder, should one person or one group of people, echelon of bankers, have this much power to be able to dump all the debt or sell all the stocks or buy all the stocks, sell all the options,
Warren Buffett could do it.
Yeah, you just asked, should central bankers have the power? First of all, I'm not sure they should, but I'm telling you, they do, right? You could see Jerome Powell just decides he's going lower or higher, and everything reacts. Trillions of dollars move in and out of the U.S. economy and global economies based on one guy. He might have had a fight. Maybe he didn't get his toast, the quarters cut off, Jerome Powell, and he's like, oh, well, today let's just drop it by 10 basis points, and everything goes, So they've got immense power. I think that it's all over planet Earth. Central
Sometimes
banks.
it's irrational power too. Like last week on one day, the market, started going down because Trump was pressing Powell on rates and there was tension. And the very next day, the market was up because Trump was pressing Powell on rates. So it's like it doesn't even make sense. It's just emotions. It
And somebody knows how it works and just sell, buy, sell, buy on this jumping.
Yeah, somebody knows how it works as a central banker, and now he's our prime
Yeah,
minister.
yeah.
Well, he knows exactly how it works.
Please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.